Visiting Richmond, Virginia? Well, whether you're here to explore, considering a move, or are in town for work, I've got you covered. This ultimate first-timers itinerary will help you eat, explore, and experience the best of RVA so you can see exactly why this city is so special. So I'm gonna walk you through what I think is a really great 2-day itinerary and also where to stay. I'm gonna start out with like more of a Richmond vibe, so you just get like an idea of what Richmond's vibe is like. And then the second day will be more like history, architecture, and river views. I just moved to Richmond 2 years ago and I'm absolutely obsessed. So on this channel, I cover Richmond and Virginia travel tips. So make sure to subscribe for more. So first off, where to stay. So what's centrally located, what has the best vibes. If you're considering a move here, I would try to stay in the neighborhood that you are considering. That way you can get a good idea of what it feels like to live there. Otherwise, here are some of my top picks. So best location, I would recommend staying in the Fan neighborhood. It's centrally located, it's historical, and it has so much charm. Find an Airbnb to stay in and live like a local. My favorite B&B is the Boulevard Inn. This 4-star converted historical mansion is right next to the Virginia Museum of Fine Art and is such a vibe. My favorite historic inn to stay in is the Linden Row Inn. These are 7 beautifully preserved historic row houses built between 1847 and 1853. These homes were part of an upscale residential block in Richmond known as Linden Row and now are a boutique hotel. My favorite hotel has to be the Jefferson Hotel. This is Richmond's most iconic luxury hotel, known for its Gilded Age elegance, grand architecture, and rich history. Opened in 1895 by tobacco tycoon Louis Ginter with Beaux Art style, marble columns, and the stunning grand staircase. I actually have an entire YouTube video where we stay at the Jefferson Hotel during the holidays, which is like the best time to stay there, and so I'll leave that in the description below if you want to check it out. My favorite boutique would be the Quirk Hotel. Housed in a renovated 1916 department store, this hotel keeps its original exposed brick, high ceilings, and massive windows while adding a fresh pink aesthetic that's both chic and playful. My favorite budget hotel would be the Graduate by Hilton. The decor is filled with VCU and Richmond-inspired touches, and the best part is the Birdhouse, which is the rooftop bar and pool, offering stunning city views with a laid-back atmosphere. All right, now let's get into the itineraries. But first I want to mention that I do have an ultimate guide to Richmond, that's what I call it, where I literally go through everything. The culture here, all the neighborhoods, the best things to do, the best outdoor activities to do, the best restaurants to try. It's everything I wish I had when I moved here 2 years ago, and I've taken about that time to make it. So that just came out. I'll leave the link to it in the description below. Definitely check it out if you are considering a longer stay here or you're moving here. It's like a shortcut to looking like you've lived here for years. Day 1, Richmond vibes. All right, you're gonna start out the morning with a coffee and some vintage shopping at Pay Coffee. This super trendy coffee shop roasts their own beans and is located in the Museum District neighborhood and attached to the vintage shop Rexco. This shop has tons of effortlessly cool and vintage clothing, including some of their own branded tees and jackets. Next, you gotta go grab breakfast with a pastry from Idle Hands Bread Company. This bakery has tons of delicious sourdough pastry options, including an entire case of vegan options. Eat your pastry as you walk through the hidden gem park called Scuffletown Park. Spend the afternoon visiting Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, or VMFA as we call it here. It's insanely surprising just how good the collection Richmond has when it comes to art, and it's totally free. We are famous for its Fabergé eggs, we have Monet, Degas, Renoir paintings, Art Deco and Art Nouveau furniture, and just so much more. Getting lunch at the museum's restaurant Amuse is also a real treat. The views are stunning and the ambiance is perfect. Also, they normally have vegan options available. After that, you have to walk through Carytown and shop from local boutiques. Here are some of my favorite shops. The Richmond Olive Oil Company, it's a local shop selling premium olive oils and balsamics. Blackbird Goods, which is a hip and cool men's clothing store. Dinner Party, which is a wine shop with dinner party essentials, including snacks. Lineage, which is like a hipster camping feel gift shop. Mamie's Apothecary, which has holistic goods and refillable soaps, etc. Plan 9 Music is a local record shop that also sells concert tickets. Walkabout Outfitter, everything you need to go hiking or camping. Ashby is a vintage clothing shop for men and women. World of Mirth is a huge toy store with tons to look at. Mongrel is a highly curated gift shop with tons of local stuff. And Shelf Life Books. This is a new and used bookshop with 2 cats who live there. And honestly, when it comes to dinner, I recommend just staying in Carytown because they have so many delicious options. Here are a few of my favorites. Pho Lucas, which is a Vietnamese restaurant. Some of my favorites are veggie pho, tofu nuggets, and the banh mi. Carytown Indian, which is an Indian restaurant. The chana masala, the samosas, everything here is so good. Then there's Tiny Vegan. So if you are vegan, this is a 100% vegan deli. It's so good. I love their cash wrap breakfast burrito and the Italian sub. Zorch Pizza, which is a New York style pizza shop. It's pizza by the slice, but you can order a full pizza for yourself. My favorite pizza is the grandma style pizza. So good. Tons of vegan options here as well. And then there's Lolita's. It's a Mexican restaurant and it has alfresco dining. It's such a vibe in there. I love the aesthetic. Some of my favorite things to eat there are their tacos, their chips and guac, and oh my gosh, their margaritas and their mocktail margaritas are so good. I personally think you should end the night with a movie at the Bird Theater. This is like one of my favorite spots in town. The Bird Theater is Richmond's most iconic and historic movie palace, known for its grand architecture, vintage charm, and affordable showings. Opened in 1928 on Christmas Eve, it's been continuously operated for nearly a century. Bob Gullidge also plays the Wurlitzer pipe organ before showings, which is so unique and such a vibe. They're normally open Wednesday through Sunday. And before we head into day 2, I just want to let you know I do have this itinerary completely written out on my blog. So if you're watching this video and you want something quick to reference when you come here, make sure to check it out with the link in the description below as well. Okay, so day 2, history, architecture, and river views. All right, we are gonna start off the morning with some coffee and breakfast at Sefton Coffee Company. This place has great vibes, interesting latte options, and locally roasted coffee. Next, go to explore the Virginia State Capitol. This building was designed by Thomas Jefferson and opened in 1792. The tours here are free and it's super historical and has great architecture. Afterwards, make sure to walk around and admire the architecture of the old City Hall building and Virginia Executive Mansion as well. After that, head to lunch at Native Plate. This is a cool spot offering elevated takes on Southeast Asian classics, plus a full bar. They also have vegan options. I love this next one, taking a trip down the canal with Riverfront Canal Cruises. This tour is like a crash course in Richmond history and super interesting perspective of Richmond from the water. Next, I recommend driving by the Main Street station and maybe parking and maybe even heading inside because it is one of the most gorgeous buildings in our city. This grand train station is known for its iconic clock tower, massive arched windows, and intricate detailing, making it one of the most beautiful rail stations in the country. After that, head over to visit historic St. John's Church. This is one of the most significant landmarks in American history. Built in 1741, it is Richmond's oldest church and the site of Patrick Henry's legendary "Give me liberty or give me death" speech in 1775, which helped ignite the American Revolution. Plus, the graveyard is really cool to wander around in. After that, grab a snack at the very unique Proper Pie Company. This is a New Zealand hand pie spot offering sweet and savory pies. This is my partner Lucas's favorite place in all of Richmond. I love the chili bean and cheese. Also, vegan options always available. Enjoy your evening watching the sunset at Libby Hill Park. This is hands down the best view of Richmond in my opinion. On one side you'll see downtown Richmond and on the other you'll see the James River. It's literally breathtaking, especially during sunset. And then have dinner at the Roosevelt. Reservations highly recommended, but they do accept walk-ins. This spot has great vibes and ambiance as well as a fresh seasonal menu and full bar. Vegan options available. And last but certainly not least, you gotta get dessert at Spotty Dog Ice Cream Company. This ice cream shop specializes in New England style ice cream known for its high butterfat content and dense creamy texture. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The Choco Choco cake is my favorite flavor and they have tons of vegan options too. Okay, so those are 2 very jam-packed days. So if you have more time and you can extend it to 3 or 4 days, you can take it at your own pace, maybe spend more time at certain places, but this is a way you can kind of, in my opinion, see a lot of what Richmond has to offer. Honestly, if you do these exact 2-day itineraries and you hate what you saw, then maybe Richmond's not your style and maybe you shouldn't move here because I feel like it sells it really well, in my opinion, of course. I love Richmond though, so very biased, but I just curated these. This is kind of the itinerary when I take somebody who's visiting me for the first time to kind of show off Richmond as well. So yeah, I feel like you'll love it. If you love the itinerary and you guys do this itinerary, then you're gonna love Richmond. It's just an example of what we have to offer. There's so much to do here. Richmond is full of events. And also again, if you want more and you want it written out, I have the ultimate guide to Richmond and I'll leave the link to that in the description below. You guys can check that out. It's a really helpful guide. And if you're vegan, I also have every single vegan option option in Richmond listed in an ebook as well. So those are my 2 ebooks, and I'll leave the links to those below. I really hope you enjoy your trip here, and if you have any follow-up questions, you can either leave me a comment here on this YouTube channel or you can DM me on Instagram. I'm very helpful there as well. Just want to make sure people have a good time here, or at least try to have the best time here. Not everybody likes it. I do get feedback sometimes. They're like, oh yeah, you know, I lived here for a while, but I moved back and that sort of thing, which is totally fine. It's not for everybody, of course. But I want to try to help you guys if you want help. Anyways, I have tons of videos on Richmond too. So if you're watching this and you want to learn more or you want to hear about more Richmond stuff, I'll leave the playlist right here of all of my Richmond tips, because I go through a lot more than I did in this video. And make sure to subscribe if you are interested in more Richmond or Virginia travel tips. I'll also leave my Richmond vlogs. So I do weekly day in the life kind of content, a week in my life in Richmond that's more laid back. You kind of get a feel for Richmond. I take you with me through like my life here. I do those style videos. I do these kind of videos as well. Just anything that can help you in case you're interested in coming to like my favorite city on earth. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next video. Bye.